Happy Monday. If you're watching on replay, let me know. Put in the comments, hashtag replay. Don't know, my earbuds didn't make noise when I put them in, so I don't know if they're connected or if they sound okay. Okay, Melissa says okay. Good. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to get on here. My internets are slow. I'm hoping because I'm on the computer and on the phone at the marketplace, it's not going to mess things up too much. Whoops. There we go. Now I can see people. Julie working on Malcolm's, oh, it went away too fast. Journey sweater. Sherry working on a baby blanket. Janessa, Sarah, Cindy. Mama, it's low there too. Linda's on YouTube. Awesome. Mary working on a Musselburgh hat. Nicole working on the swirl hat. Janessa start a new shawl pattern. Fun. Hi, Oriana. Oh, good. Everybody's popping on. Frogging the shift. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound so good. Holly working on the Weasley set, the summer trellis, the fingerless mitts, and Christmas stockings. Noelle working on a shawl. Terry working on a hat. Lisa, Advent self-striping socks. That's fun. Ruth working on best vest. James Watts, I like his patterns. Hi, Lori. Working on cables. Yes. I love it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, December 4th. Can you guys believe it's December? I swear this year just flew by. Victoria's birthday is this Saturday, so it's always kind of, maybe I said this last week, but it's always kind of hectic with Thanksgiving, then Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, and then her birthday, and then Christmas, and let's throw in their hip surgery because why not? And, just having a shop. So it's a little bit chaotic this time of year, but it's all worth it in the end. And whatever happens, happens. Oh, let's see what everybody else is doing on. E's working on a Ravello sweater. Tammy working on a sock. Awesome. Joyce, Pitter Pat, and reunion cushion covers. Ah, interesting. Shar starting a new cowl. Melissa says she keeps typing 10 and now we're like getting close to 11 and now we're already 12 December. Yes. Hi, Aunt Jackie. Duchess CG, hello. If you have been watching the What You Making Wednesday, Duchess has been posting pictures of the Granny Square Christmas tree that she's been helping. I don't know who it is she's helping, but compile, and it looks really, really cool. So I got distracted. I am in the little yarn shop in Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC marketplace, in case I didn't get that far earlier. Market hours are not going to change for the holidays because of how they fall. Will still be regular hours, 10 to 6, Wednesday through Saturday. On that note, let me know in the comments what your thoughts would be if we were open a little bit later, like until 7 instead of 6. Different vendors are trying to get feedback from their customer base to kind of see what people think. The market is potentially looking at switching to 11 to 7 instead of 10 to 6. We would probably still open at 10. We have enough people come in first thing in the morning that if you can call 10 first thing in the morning, that it's worth it to open at 10 for us to be able to help people. So let me know, put in the comments if you think it would be beneficial if our hours were a little bit later till 7 o'clock. Honestly, I don't know that it would. The only day we're not here late right now is Fridays anyway. So I don't know if it would really affect a whole lot. Oh, she said straight farmhouse museum. Oh, cool. That's who Duchess is helping. So I just figured I'd throw that out there and ask everybody what you think. But yeah, Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 6 at this point. For the month of December, drop in help for knitting is Monday and Wednesday. So Monday and Wednesday both from 6:30 to 8:30. Costs $10 to drop in and have 2 hours of Deb's time to help you with whatever you're working on. Typically it's like sweater help with anything from swatching to finishing to having to take out sleeves and redo them. Anything in between. Deb is so knowledgeable. It's great for people to be able to come in the evenings and take advantage of that. So that's Mondays, always 6:30 to 8:30. Wednesdays for the month of December, 6:30 to 8:30. Later hours in the summer when it's light later. Yes, yep, that I understand, Tammy. So open social knit, I guess, social crafting time is Thursday evenings from 6 till whenever they decide to leave, usually around 9 or 9:30, I believe. I've never stayed that late, so I'm not sure. Shauna's working on a Sock Arms baby sweater. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm working on. I am still knitting away on the body of my sweater, which is called Nightshade Society. You can see, even though I blended skeins, you can see a little bit of a difference in the body here where it gets slightly darker, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think that's one of those things where in photos, it's more noticeable than it is on camera. Actually, on Facebook, it doesn't even look like you can see a difference. On YouTube, I can see it. Interesting. So it's got this great sleeve detail, cables, lace, little baubles. Somebody mentioned last week it'd be fun to put little beads in there instead of baubles, which you could easily enough do. You could probably get size 6 beads on here, being that it's fingering with the lace weight mohair. You might have to go a little bit bigger than that. Might have to go to 5s. Gee, love that. Awesome. I'm really excited about this one getting done. Yeah, I would have been further along, but I ran out of my solid, my Cascade Heritage at home last night, so I couldn't work on it anymore. So what did I do? I actually pulled out one of my works in progress that I haven't worked on in a while. But so this pattern is written, when you look at the main picture on the pattern page, it shows a mohair cropped version. That is not what the sweater is written as. The sweater is written as a sport weight pattern, no yarn held double, and a standard length, which still is not super long. I think it's 12 inches, but it's chopped down and there's no shaping, so you could easily make it longer. But I think she does put comments in there about how to, not in the pattern, but on the Ravelry page, about what you need yardage wise for holding a fingering and a mohair together, which is what this is. I know I said it last week, but for those who weren't on here, if you make this, be mindful of the fact that the sleeves are very slender. There are not very many decreases also. So I think I only did like 3 sets of decreases on this. So if you are concerned about the fit of that, I don't know, that would be a good thing to come to Deb's sweater class to find out what to do. Part of me would want to say that you could cast on more stitches at the underarm, but that would also make the body wider. So you could potentially pick up more stitches and then not do your decreases as you were getting ready to do that. So just thoughts, things to keep in mind. So I did pull out my Cozy McBlanket, which is my rainbow sweater. And I finished, as a reminder, here's what it looks like. so far. Right now it looks like a vest. It needs sleeves. That's where I am right now. I finished seaming up the back of it, and I had, in typical Kristen fashion, I had all of this. I knit 2 panels from the indigo violet into the center, and then Kitchener stitched the 2 pieces together with black. You see where this is added in there? I ran out of yarn, and that's where I stopped, like whenever that was, a couple months ago, and haven't picked it up since. So I did finally finish Kitchenering the end of that together. It will all straighten out when it's been blocked. It hasn't been blocked yet. Yeah, Malcolm says he hasn't seen it in a long time. It's been a little while. So 2 identical pieces. It's made to be, let's see if I can do this. Watch, you guys. I have no crutches, no walker, no nothing. It's amazing. So it's meant to be flowy and long. It's not overly short in the back. These pieces could be belted. You could pin them up or just let them flow and hang down. It also would be fun if you just wanted it a vest and left it the way it was. Just kind of finished off the armholes. There is still, I don't have the pattern here with me. I was digging around for it. There is still an edge that I put along the bottom. I don't believe there's an edge that I put along the top. So I got this far, and I'm using one of the rainbow kits that are right there. And so the other remaining colors that I have are the pink, kind of the gray blue, a natural, and a brown. So I was looking a little bit, trying to figure out in what order I want to do the sleeves. If I want the sleeves to match, which I probably will, because I'm a little bit OCD like that. If you see her original pattern, hers is not mirrored from one side to the other. Mine is. So the sleeves probably will be too. But as you can see, I have none of that wound, which meant I couldn't go any further than where I was. So I might decide that tonight. I might not. It might go back in the bag now that I have the yarn to finish my Nightshade Society. But I'm excited because this is like the perfect weather for it to throw on around the house, or who knows, maybe it'll be my new cozy sweater for the shop, and my big worsted weight one can go home to my house. So that's what I am working on. I finished a thing though too, you guys. So that's one of the reasons I'm not further along on my Nightshade Society sweater. I decided I wanted to find a fun one skein pattern for the Dream in Color Classy assigned pooling yarn that we got in for LYS Day. We have some skeins left, and I know it's always nice to see something knit up in person to kind of get a better visual of what the yarn does. So we've got 8 different colors of Dream in Color Classy, which is their 4-ounce, 250 yards, 100% superwash merino worsted weight. Hi, cat. So I decided I found this Pooling is a Cinch by Michelle Lean Bernstein. And it's kind of it's not kind of, it's a pretty cool design because it can be a hat and a cowl. It's a very straightforward pattern. It does have some instructions to wrap the stitches a couple times to get the look. So this color, which is Spring Ballet, knits up to look like this. So obviously, if you just knit it in the round, you're not going to get this look. This is little crisscrosses. What does she call them? She has like a special name for them, because she also has a link to a tutorial that's a really good crisscross stitch. And so it's not a cable where stitches would be reoriented and knit in a different order. These are, maybe you've done it before where I think Stephen West has done some patterns like that where they go, one set of stitches goes through the other set of stitches. So it's a little bit of a different technique. In the pattern, she uses a yarn that has a shorter color repeat. So when I first started doing it the way it was written, I ended up with a lot of extra gold on either side of my little crisscross thing. But then I watched her video, and in her video, she has suggestions on how to utilize the color pool as much as possible. So it's got this little row of eyelets at the top, and you make a little drawstring cord. It is not an I cord. I don't know if that would have been easier or not. It's done where you cast on a bunch of stitches and then bind off all those stitches. But oh, I'm always getting my hair in the earbud. Hi, Leanne. So it's just a short little cowl if you wore it that way, which is kind of fun. If you like, this is about where my coat zips up to anyways, just something to keep your neck warm. But then, well, I could leave it like this and just have my hair back and out of the way. But if you pull those little drawstrings and probably like put a cute little bow or something there, it becomes a cute little hat. A little bit slouchy. I think it's fun. I could probably turn it into a ponytail hat. If my hair was actually in a ponytail. I do. Might keep it out of my earbud. Yeah. Yeah, it might. I don't think if I just tried to put my hair up in there, it would stay. It would probably pull it out. But if my hair was actually in a ponytail, I think that would be kind of fun. So it's a cool pattern. If you've got somebody in your life that you're not quite sure what to make for, if you're going to do something for the holidays, this would be a great suggestion. It takes just one skein, and I had a bit left. Of course, I left it at home. I have one bag that has all of my scraps from all the projects I've been doing lately, and I left it at home. But I had enough left where I probably could do at least another inch if I wanted to. So I will show you all the colors that I have of this. Oh, one of the other things I wanted to talk about too was there are quite a few patterns, like the cowl that I designed back there for the sport weight, where when you get to that stitch, you're wrapping the yarn multiple times. If you're knitting in the round and you have interchangeable needles, you can make your left needle a smaller size. So like this is done on 6s, I think. Maybe 5s. Well, I don't know. Hey, look, I probably could just look at the pattern and tell you. It's done on 6s. So my right needle would be a 6. My left needle, I put down to a 4. So a lot of people find that when they have to do a double or triple wrap on their stitches, when they come back around again, it's so hard to shove them up onto the needle because they create tension in kind of an odd way. So that is something that really helps if you are working in the round only. If you're working flat, this will not help. I don't recommend it because you'd be constantly switching your needles or doing like I did on the top edge of this and forgetting to change out the needle size. So most people know I'm not a big fan of purling, and this has a cute little rolled reverse stockinette edge at the top and the bottom. And she has you do it in a way where you cast on, knit a couple rows, do like a wrap and turn to knit the cowls. So you're not actually ever having to purl those reverse stockinette rows. But then you do the same thing at the top. You do a wrap and turn, basically turn it inside out and start knitting the other direction. I had a round and a half knit before I realized I was knitting with my size 4 instead of my size 6. So I had to get undone and redone. But okay, so colors and quantities. I have different quantities of different colors. The one that I did. So these, if you see something you want, just put it in the comments. Let us know. We'll set it aside for you. If you need it shipped, tell us that too. The color that I used is Spring Ballet. And I have 3 of those little guys. I have 1 of this fairy tale, which is just all these gorgeous greens. It's like mossy, all the mossy greens. And then this like sky blue, like on a really clear day, sky blue. This is fairy tale. I have 2 of this one, which is Painting Lilies. I think this would look so stunning in that hat cowl that I just made. So your pop of color is this like pale blue down here. What you would knit would be everything else. It's kind of, some of them are pretty easy to see what the color is, and a couple of them are a little bit trickier. So, but when you open up the skein and look at it, it's a little bit easier to figure out. So that one's Painting Lilies. I have 2 of those. Watermark is this neutrally taupey color with a pop of dark teal. Put that dark teal in there. There are a few other patterns out there that would make great men's hats too. I had one pulled up and then I don't know what I did with it. But I really think you could do this crisscross thing, and in more masculine colors, it would be fine for a guy if the guys were into masculine colors. So that's Watermark. I have 3 of these. This is the color initially. Melissa said that she was going to get some to make a sweater because that would be gorgeous. I have had quite a few people order sweaters quantities of this because it would be fun to just take a simple sweater. Like one of the ladies is using the flax sweater, which is a tin can knits pattern, just a basic and basic top-down sweater. And you have the choice. You can either do something when that section comes up, like Nicole's working on a hat right now. She took a basic hat pattern and is using the assigned pulling yarn and purling instead of knitting when she gets to those stitches. You could do that. You could just knit it and see these little blips of color. If you've seen the sweater that E has been working on, that's what she did with our custom color. And it looks really cool, even if you don't change up the stitches. The one before Watermark was Painting Lilies. There's Painting Lilies. It's like purples and yellows. Looks more like irises to me than lilies. And then your pop of color is this baby blue, really pretty blue. I have 3 of Moody. And this one, it is a little bit tough to tell what I think the brown is their pop of color, but the other way to check is, yeah, Kat, the flax sweater is a great sweater. It's good for beginners, but we've made quite a few of them here because it's fun to modify too. So let's see. I would say this dark brown chunk would be your pop of color, but it's kind of tricky to tell. I mean, I guess there's more blue than there is the brown. It's like this tealy turquoisey blue with the brown. We're happy to unwind a skein for you to help you figure out what you want or like what it looks like. We can always get it back in shape in a fairly easy way. A color like this would be fun in a sweater too, because it's not quite so obvious if you wanted something a little bit more subtle. I have had people ask me about alternating skeins with this style yarn. And I'm torn because I think, although there might be some difference from one skein to the next, it's also going to affect how your yarn pools. I mean, granted, as your stitch count changes, the pooling of the yarn is going to be a little bit different also. Could I not do the crisscross stitch and still knit the cowl hat pattern? Yes, Tammy, you absolutely could just omit that and just knit the hat the way it is. Or like I was saying, purl those stitches instead. The crisscross stitches probably make it a little bit more snug. So I might cast on fewer stitches if you wanted it to actually fit like a hat also. If you just wanted the cowl with the cute little drawstring look, the number of stitches wouldn't really matter that much. It would just be a little bit looser. So, okay, we talked about that. And then these last three, I have 6 of, which would be a sweater's quantity for anybody. I've got like my Detroit Tigers fans and my reverse Detroit Tigers fans colors, which are also pretty good guide colors. There's Johnny Jump Up. Holly and I were talking about this when she was in the other day. That's what made me think of it. She was like, "Ooh, Tigers colors with all these different blues and then this bright orange." So that's Johnny Jump Up. And then kind of the reverse of that is Match Strike. So this fiery orange with darker bits of red in there. And then this pop is almost like an indigo. It's got a little bit of a purple tint to it and a little bit of a blue tint to it. So that would be mostly orange with a little bit of blue, mostly blue with a bit of brighter orange. And the last one is Brickwork. And it's all the paints with a little bit of like a tan in there. Your pop of color is this dark burgundy, which would be stunning. This one's really cool in terms of being sort of in one color family, but still having that stark contrast between the light and the dark. So that's Brickwork. So that's the 8 colors that we have. Melissa put in the comments, I think, how many we have of each. Alicia, yes, Brickwork is gorgeous. I know. We've got those here. If there is one that I only have 1 or 2 of and you're interested in a sweater's quantity, let us know. Ream Color can re-dye those for us. I keep thinking I want to make myself a sweater out of this one. Okay, so let me see where we are on my little notes here because I've been talking so much, my thing turned off. What I'm working on, I'm wearing my summer sorrel. I don't think we talked about that. Fingering weight yarn, little dip stitches. There are quite a few different versions of this sweater. A lot of people have found to cast on a smaller size for the neckline because it is pretty wide, but it's a great sweater. Deb has made quite a few of them. It looks good on so many people. So this is the summer sorrel. It's all in, the background is all reverse stockinette. I don't know if you can see it this way. Around the dip stitches, it's reverse stockinette. So in the body, you are wearing a lot of purling. Not my favorite thing, but it's okay. When you switch where you're done with the dips, it just stops there. They actually have instructions for you to turn it inside out and knit the rest of it. So you're not having to purl an entire body of a sweater. The designer for that one has her original sorrel pattern, which is designed to be knit in a similar way to this, where you hold a fingering and a mohair together to get that fuzzy, beautiful look. So lots of different options there. I think she has a spring one, all kinds of them. Okay, let's see. Knitting, sweater. Oh, I forgot to send this pattern to Melissa so she would be prepared, but it's called Fetish. And I just kind of wanted to mention this in case you might have some scraps of yarn around the house that you, just little bits that you might want to do something with. So Lauren Elkin is known for writing patterns for jewelry with beads in them. And this is one of them. So it's called Fetish, which is what they call in the bead world, the little special things in the middle. You could use stones for this. You could use a wide variety of things. And then it's just this little knitted, I don't know if it'll focus in on that. Little knitted piece. We love having the bead store here. She puts little ends on it and magnets. All of my necklaces that she makes for me have the magnets on them. But it's a fun, quick little project. It also, like you see in her picture, it can double as a little wrapped bracelet. Wrap bracelets are in, they're always in. So if you have nieces or granddaughters that are like teens and 20s and not quite sure, but you want to do a little bit of something, this would be a fun little project, fun little something to make for them. And it doesn't take very much yarn at all. We used to have kits a while back and I just decided I needed a little something with this. So just ideas. As a reminder, December 16th is the magical day at the market. So if you have little ones or grandbabies or nieces, nephews, great nieces, great nephews, great grandkids, and they are into the magical princesses, Disney sort of thing, the market will be set up with all of that. We have people come in that are acting as the princesses. I believe we have Santa here that day. And so the main event goes from 12 to 4. And they also have upstairs in the ballroom, they're offering what are they calling it? Santa's shop. So it's an opportunity for the kids to go in and shop for things for their parents or siblings. Everything that's being sold up there is $10 and under. So if you have grands and want to help them shop for their mom and dad, this would be a fun thing to bring them to. Lots of different ideas. If you look on the SVRC Marketplace page, they have been posting some of the vendors that are going to be up there. And there's, I actually thought maybe I'd wander up there that day because it looks like some cool stuff up there. But I'll wait toward the end of the day when the kiddos have gotten all their stuff yet. But they will have, if you're a parent and you want to bring your kids, if you think that's something that they would like, they do have little helper elves up there. So if your kids kind of want it to be a surprise, the helper elves can help them shop. So that's going on December 16th. I have so many notes on here, things coming up. Okay, so the Swift and Winder sale today is the last day for that. So if you buy a Swift or a Winder, the Knitter's Pride ones that we have up on the website, they are 20% off. If you buy both of them together, they're 25% off. If you already ordered yours, it's here. I think I have everybody's order who was in so far here. They brought us some big boxes the other day. So I've got those if you haven't picked them up yet, or if you want a loved one to pick them up on your behalf, just let us know who's going to come and get them, and we're happy to do that. The gift card promotion is still going on. That will end this Saturday. So if you have friends, family, loved ones that you want to strongly encourage to buy gift certificates for you for the Little Yarn Shop, we appreciate it and we encourage it. And for every $50 you buy on a gift card, for every $50 amount, you get a bonus $10 to spend in January. If you bought a $200 gift certificate, you got $40 to spend in January. Our gift certificates, the standard ones for the shop, don't ever expire. So we've got quite a few people who buy them for themselves. because they know they're going to use it next year anyway. And why not get a little bit of extra cash to spend in January? Not a bad idea. So that will end this Saturday. There is a spot on our website to do that. So you could always send that link to people as kind of a hint too. Just a thought. Ooh, I got something new in today that I forgot to tell you guys about. Many of you are familiar with Arnie and Carlos. Arne and Carlos. Looks like Arnie and Carlos. They are friends and they do a lot of Norwegian colorwork designs. They came out, they partnered with Prim. I think you say Prim. Look at their cute little picture on there. How fun is that? They partnered with Prim to put this needle set, this gift set together. So there are 3 circular needles in here. They're all a 32-inch fixed circular. They're like a carbon fiber, really lightweight needle in this kind of, I don't know what it says, what color, carbon fiber reinforced plastic material. I guess that's what they're calling it. I did take one out of the package. The cords are similar to the Chiagu cords in terms of not having that memory where they're going to stay all coiled up. They're nice and loose. You also, there's a little QR code that's hidden down here for a pattern. Norwegian pearls, yes. So the Prim ergonomic knitting needles are kind of interesting because they have a blunt end on them. You probably can't see it because of the reflection, but they are not pointy intentionally. They have a little bit of a rounded end to them, which is what they like about them for doing color work. So this is their 3 favorite size needles, is what they're saying about this. And the pattern that you get, the little QR code for a free pattern, is a colorwork neck warmer or cowls, like a small-ish cowl. It uses 2 colors of a DK weight yarn. So these are $39.99. I have 5 of them here in the shop. It would be a fun little gift thing if you've got a knitter in your life that you don't know what to get for them. This would be a great idea. I almost forgot those and they're sitting right here. Okay, I talked about drop-in knitting on Wednesdays. Oh, collecting yarn. We have begun the yarn collecting for donations for the Freeland Correctional Facility. I've got 2 boxes in here and they are full, and I'm ready to tape another box together so we can get more donations in here. But so we are collecting yarn that you no longer want. We are donating it to the Freeland Correctional Facility. The inmates there, there's a group of them that crochet, and it's not like crafty crochet things just to keep them busy. They make hats, scarves, and mittens sets for quite a few of the charities in the area, the women's shelter, the homeless shelter. They have connections at all the schools, so schools know to contact them if they need hats and mittens and scarves for kids that don't have those things. So that's kind of their primary thing that they do, but there's also one of the guys crochets these beautiful doilies that go to a charity to do that does fundraisers. So we're collecting yarn, any weight, any color, any amount, any fiber. They are not picky about it. They just really during the pandemic, when everything shut down, the guys were still doing things and they pretty much ran through their stash. So I don't know how long that we will be collecting for. At this point, what I'm telling people is until they tell me to stop. So we may just keep a box. Like right now, we've got the boxes out for people to drop off actively, but we may keep a box around just in case for in the future if they want us to continue. So go through your stash, find things that you have little bits of that you don't need, find things that you bought at one time for something and decided you didn't need it anymore or don't love it anymore. they will gladly take it all. So we've got that going on. I wanted to mention, if you have been in the shop but not wandered around very much, I've talked a little bit about where those nature people used to be, Cakes the Greats back there, essentially unique, has been essentially unique, organic, something. Back in the around the far side from where we are. But I haven't in a while talked about some of the vendors that are on the other side. So the other side of the marketplace, there are 3 rows of vendors. Where the bead store used to be against the outside wall, which would be the north wall, is Thrive Creative Innovations. I know I've talked about her shop because they do, I highly recommend it for Saginaw support gifts. Almost everything that's in there is made in Saginaw by artists in Saginaw. Sorry guys, it's so dry in here. But along that same aisle is El Farolito across from them, and they've been here for quite a while. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count. I did write them down. 4 other businesses back there that would be great for gift shopping. There's when you first go around the corner, there's Blinging Jewels Boutique. He's got like tracksuits, hats, sunglasses, all sorts of accessories, really cool stuff there. Hi Heather. So that's Blinging Jewels. Sparkle Rush by Erica is at the far end, and she makes about half of her items are things that she makes, the other half are not, but lots of little things from scrunchies to earrings with all different themes. I'm a little bit guilty. I haven't been down that way in a little while to see what else she has too, but she's got lots of fun little things. Across from her is Latammi's Closet and Hat Boutique. She is so busy all the time, and I love to see it. So they do custom hats, which is awesome. They have a huge variety, but then she has added in body jewelry, lashes. I know there are other things too, but they've got those back there. And then right next to her is Mixed Organic Hair Oil, and everything that she sells are things that she makes personally. She has a great story behind why she started the company, and came up with a product that really helped her with her thinning hair to bring it back to what it was. So I think I just want to recommend that sometimes it's easy to just run in the door, come here and leave, but do keep in mind that there are other businesses in here besides the food businesses, which of course all the food is delicious. But if you need gift shopping and want to shop local, this is an awesome place to do that. So I just wanted to mention a few of those. I think I made it through all my notes, you guys. The Scooby snacks. I don't know if anybody sells Scooby snacks here. We did used to have the little puppy snack place for a little while. Missed that. So I hope everybody has a good night and a good week. Again, don't forget to shop small, whether it's with us or whether it's other small businesses. Every small business appreciates your support during the holidays and all year round. So have a great week. If I don't see you all here in the shop sometime this week, then I will see you all back here next Monday